Sanibonani bafowethu, dumelang ko haye, sanibonani lapha emakhaya. Once again, Soweto podcast is in the house. Hey, ho, hey. Yeah, old school like that bafowethu. Niyazi nani by now. Sipho Hadebe is my name. Intwana yaselokishini eKasi. Right bafowethu. Namhlanje nginosisi lana osivakashele uAsiphe igama lakhe. uAsiphe is going to tell us ngestory sakhe abenaso ngokuhlangana nalento esithi ispogi a ghost bafowethu. Yeah, izinto zayenzeke eSoweto. Yeah. Right, bafowethu, please don't forget to like, to follow and to comment on our social media platforms. We really appreciate it, guys, when you do that. It helps us to go on. It supports us so that we'll have more shows and have more people. And one day we'll have you as the viewer. This is Asiphe. Gunjan, sis.
Ngiyabunjani.
All right, God.
Ngisharp.
Oh, sharp. Oh, sure.
Ngisho.
Yeah, sis Asiphe, yazi njengoba usivakashele today. Nginokuthukanyana ngoba ngikhumbula ngisaseyintwana bengisabe ipoki mara siyeke kancane lento le sizobuya kuyo. Ngicela nje okwamanje sithanda sami, just give us a brief introduction ukuthi wena ubani, uphuma kuphi, nokuthi ukhulelephi, nokuthi ukhule kanjani.
Okay, igama lami ngoAsiphe kaMzizi. Ngikhulele Eastern Cape. Kahlahle ngizalelwe Eastern Cape, ngikhulele KZN. But manje ngihlala emqashweni eSoweto.
eSoweto. Ukhuluma umntana onjani? Nje nikhule ningakhe ekhaya?
Sibaningi, ngikhulele kagogo, sibaningi, like besibaningi nje.
Biologically ningakhe kumama nobaba?
6.
Ni-6. Okay, nathi ngale nisi-6 abantwana.
No, 6.
So owesingakho?
Owesithathu.
Ukhuluma umntana onjani?
Okay, ekhaya bebengazi ngumntana othule, but esikoleni bengisile.
Bowusile.
Gange kakhulu.
Obokange kakhulu. Lengane igangene lo muntu.
Yeah.
So it was that time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how did you do at school in terms of grades wakho ubusebenza kanjani?
Oh, hayi ngingaphasa nje ngaphasa grade 12 ngihamba ngayivarsity ngaqeda ngagraduate.
Graduate.
Yeah.
Wow, bowenza in
Film and television.
I'm telling you. Mara, but Asiphe, you look so young, man. And already so achieved filming once a diploma, certificate, degree.
Diploma.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And then are you looking at studying further?
Not really. Like I just want to polish my talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your talent now that you're saying it?
I'm an actress.
Actress?
Yeah.
Yo, uboneni ukuthi actress ke Asiphe?
Ngibone ngisamncane mos angisho ngisho ukuthi ngulo muntu lo
ongasile ogange
esikoleni.
So that made you an actress automatically. Yeah. Okay. All right. Asiphe, so your story osizele ngaso today. Njengoba ngisho earlier on ukuthi hey, yeah, ispogi ikhona into abayibiza ispogi ngempela empilweni.
Actually bengabelieve nami ukuthi khona into abayibiza ispoke until it happened to me. Namanje bengase kufika umuntu ungakanzoka bengizothi cha uqamba manga ayikho nje into enjalo. Bengizophikisa.
Unokushekanyana ngi-understand.
Ngiyasaba like lento le yenzeke manje like isayintsha kimi, so angathi lo muntu uzophinda vele futhi manje kube ukuthi ngixoxa nawe ngixoxa naye.
Is it? Okay, before usakhula, let me just take you back kancane, especially ukhulela emakhaya ngithi. Okay, uke wawuzwa ngento ezibhoki mawusakhula?
Bebesithusa nje obhuti bami ukuthi manihambe ebusuku nizohlangana nezipoki, izipoki uzonenza ukuthi uzonishaya, like obhuti bami bebehlezi bebantu abanamajoke ukuthi umuntu thina nje basifika la sishayiwe ngishawe ngempama ngishawe ispoke, uyabo lonto le. So vele ngisikhule siyisaba lezo zinto ukuthi ispoke, but in my mentality bekuthi ispoke umoya, like umoya into engabonakala, not ukuthi umuntu physically. Like bengathi okay makuthiwa sispoke ngibona umoya.
Nakhona wazi uzombona
kanjani? Angazombona kanjani? Ngizoza mhlambe ngeslap makushaya impama, ngizoza ngempama.
Why bathi ipoki ishaya impama? Why ipoki zithanda ukushaya impama?
Angazi.
Ngoba zishayile impama ipoki.
So mina bengilindele ukuthi okay ispoke umoya, not ukuthi wena ngikhuluma nawe uspoke, like how come? Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright.
Interesting. Now, let's get to your story. Tell us about your story and your experience ukuthi yabona finally lento bengihlala ngizwa kukhulunywa ngayo. Now at one stage in your life you experience this. And please tell me ukuthi into yanini, sikhuluma ngento yanini.
Okay. So ngo January ngibuye ekhaya. It was around 6-7. So mangibuye ekhaya no 6 like i-date 6-7 January.
Okay.
So mangibuye emakhaya vele ngibuya ngifrat ekhanda. So mangifika la ngithi okay yazi ngisemqashweni manje ngizohamba ngiyokwenza ikhanda. So kusho ukuthi ngicabange late. Ngiye esaluni around 3 ngizophuma 6 because into bengiyiluka bithatha isikhathi. Mangiphuma ngabo 6 ngiyawalka because saluni ayikho kude nala ngihlala khona. Mangiphuma ngokha ngihlangane nemoto like imoto izemva kwami iyangilandela ukuba bone obhuti bamanje bane pride like umuntu uthi sawubona esemoteni then I expect ukuthi wena hamba uyovele windini lakhe. So mina I don't do that until wena uzehlise wehle emotweni uze kimi.
I'm telling you wow.
So ngenza lokho ke ubhuti uhamba ngejiwo khona. So make zemva kwami so ngiyasho ukuthi ungijwayela kabi lo location ihood angize ngime angibhengiswe emuva. Ave nayijika imoto azoma phambi kwami bese yehla emotweni eze kimi. Athi sawubona ngisho ukuthi unjani nani sixoxe bese ethi yena ngicela ngiphi number yakho because ngijahile. Angeke ngikwazi base strading ngalesi sikhathi. Ngithi mina
asho kanjani?
Yes. Bese keep ifone. My keep ifone yakhe ukubona ukuthi ifone mawubamba ifone i-bright unyusi bright uyakwazi ukubona. So eyakhe ifone i-blank like angathi ifone engasebenzi bese ngimbuza mina ukuthi ngiyifaka kanjani number because ayibonakala uphelele la ubright wakho athi naye uphelele. Ngithi mina ngikwazi ke kuphela angiboni ngisho angiboni lutho kahlahla ngiboni lutho lana. Athi na letha la kufakele nizongibizela. Ngiyibizi number ayifaki okay sharp. Later angifonele athi ulobhutata uhlangana naye. Ngithi mina yo right so save number yakho sharp. Bese kakusasa ngithi ngiyamfonela because ngavene ngaba interested like
lethiwe kona iboni.
No thijiwe like kuye.
Okay. Ngithi ngiyabuza ukuthi ilethiwe kona iboni uphathe phone enjani?
I-Hisense nje endala eyifeli strain. So i-mentality yami nokuthi vele abantu banemali abathanda ukushow off. Like ukuthi manje sengizophatha yabo abanye abantu banjalo because naye wayigqoke snacks nje umuntu nje fakele ophaca abangcolile ngathi banodaka nje snacks nje ngasho ngathi kushuthi indlela abantu abanemali hayi lo muntu lo sizogqoka kahle ke manje sekufanele kubuke wena gqoka iGucci ke
namathing la kaChina la komagolide.
So ubhuti makafika kimi ke my phone mangimfonela ngakusasa ekseni like ngizombuza ukuthi because inkulumo yethu izoligcine ithe ngizofika lapho mhlambi around 10 before ngilale ngilethele ukudla. Ngithi mina okay sharp because ungidrop endlini obviously uyazi endlini yami mase ibuya ezongilethela ukudla uzofika la endlini bese yangifonela. Hayi kushutha akafonanga ke ngalabo bo 10 la bethe uzobuya ngapho. Kusasa ngithi ngimfonele because like ngivene ngazizwa ngi-interested again kubone ukuthi khona ugaye oqonba uyongizomzimba unyaka wonke like unalokho ukuthi uyangicasula but kuyena ngavene ngaba interested. So makasho ke mangimfonele ifoni yaringa non-stop akayibambi like lo muntu lo akatholakala after 7 go 8 like late
ntambama late
akatholakala emini
iringa kuphela ifoni yakhe
okay akatholakala emini. So bengakakunotice lokho ngiyambuza ke mina indaba ungayibamba ngifoni athi hayi khuleka ngalokho bengisasemsebenzini and mangisemsebenzini angifuni into engiphazamisayo ngoba ngizoba nenkinga. Hayi ngithi mina alright ke like ayikho into oshoyo kimi ukuthi yabo. So kudlule izinsuku nje silokho sixoxa nakhona sixoxa later no 10 minutes sengize ngiyazi ukuthi okay angifonele emini uyangifonela mayiphuma emsebenzini. Okay the other day azongibona uhamba ngeenyawo akahambi ngemoto. Yes nginganaki ke nami because uthe urequestile ukuzazofika la sharp angibone abesethi kimi ucela ukuthi elale la endlini yami. Ngithi mina hayibo ngihlala emqashweni mina futhi nje angikaze ngifake umuntu esilisa angifuni nje angifuni. Hamba nje uye kini noma kwakho. Athi yena okay uzothi uzohamba bese yabuya uyolanda imoto. At least ke asichitha ubusuku like siphuza utshwala makuthi ngiyaphuza or sibuka imovie anything kodwa akafuna ukuhamba. Ithi mina alright
khona la uqashe khona.
Khona la ngiqashe khona ehambe. Azobuya around 11:30 because ngezwe ngeknock. Hayi ngecall ngezwe ngeknock emnyango. Like mina igate lami liyakhiwa nginesikhiya segate. Kodwa azange understand ngacabanga ukuthi since ngihlala emqashweni khona mhlambe uthe uyangena kwaba khona ungenayo khona umuntu obekade ephumile ohlala la ejardini. Yes bangenisana boba u2 nothi uthi akalikhiyanga bangenisana. Because wavena wanokho eminyango nje ngamvulela wangena. Ngase ngithi mina because khona next door wami umngani wami. Ngathi mina wena uzolala la endlini. Mina ngizolala nomngani wami because vele siyaqala kwazana ngeke ngivene ngilale nawe. Athi nayi alright anginankingi as long as ngizothola indawo yokulala. Sharp alali la endlini yami mina ngiphuma ngimkhiyele ngithatha isikhathi ngihambe naso ngiye endlini yomngani
next door.
Yes umngani wami ke ungena around 7 emsebenzini qonba lo ngizomqaqa upende ngizovulela ngo7 lo mngani wami azophuma ngaye mina bese ngiyaphuma enza la endlini. Mangifika endlini akekho isikhathi sikimi
akekho
enondlulile empedeni like yonke into nje kusharp ayingiqale ngithi mina lo uphuma njani mhlawumbe uphuma ngewindi but ngingana ukuthi iwindi livalelwe ngaphakathi mayiphuma ngewindi lisase yonke into endlini kusanje ngoba bengikhiyile umbhede usanje ngoba bekade ngushilo kubonakala ngathi akaze kulala ngiqonda okay kusho ukuthi wendlule ngalendlela engendlula ngayo yabo. So the other day athi yena ufuna into serious akayifuni nje lokho edlala noma relationship. So before senza yonke into ucela ukuthi ngihambe naye ngiye kubo so that ngizokwaziwa kubo. Ngithi mina kwaze kwashesha bo wonke amantombi siyazi ukuthi wonke amantombazana nawe umuntu wesilisa mongathi emntwini akho mama ngicela ukuhambisa ekhaya introduce like it's every girl dreams ukuthi uhambe uyokwaziwa ekhaya kubo kamfana. Cause like nalo mfana ngiinterested ukuya ngazi why cause like umfana nje ozingcolela yangazi kanjani kodwa interested umfana nje ugqoka snacks ophaca kodwa uhamba ngejiwe gona.
Wona nje lejiwe kona uyibhekile mara si.
Like ngiyasibuza ukuthi why mara egqoka kanje cause unemali.
Ijiwe kona ila kanjani?
Nemali why egqoka snacks so ngalo ngizomfaka emgcini kumele ngithathe ikhadi lakhe ngiyamthengela impahla.
Yaphuma indawo.
Manje ke okay the day sizoya kubo ke afike ngabo 7 usephuma emsebenzini asho ukuthi sengiphuma emsebenzini wena take your time wenza izinto zakho endlini and then uphume. Ngithi mina vela ngenza lutho vele angizopheka namhlanje because ngiyahamba. Athi okay ke gqoka sambi ngigqoke ngempela sambi adrive sambi siye kubo. I think it was ilezi indlu ezilapha ko Sentin but indlu yakubo
Sentin.
Yes indlu kubo kuseSentin but indlu yakubo ingase emgaqweni because imoto wayishiya ezansi azanga ingene kubo wayishiya emgaqweni wasethi uzongifonela mayifika phakathi ukuthi okay uzoza ngizokutshela ukuthi ungene uzozwa ngamase ngithi ngene. Ngithi mina yo right vele mhlambe usayekhuluma nabazali yabo so yeah kumele ngirespect semzini wabantu phela la ayina ngempela hambe angishiye imoto ile emgaqweni then udlula umuzo wodwa na kuyakubo. Yes makafika I think kuphela 2 minutes abese yangifonela athi woza ukhi imoto ubuye nesikhingi sharp ngene phakathi. Mangifika ngiyanokha eminyango kuqhamuke ubhuti wakhona ubhuti umfanyana nje angeke ngithi ubhuti umfana ingane yesikole. Qhamuke ingane like ibukeka 13 14 isancanyana nje. Athi awubona sisikithi yebo unjani ngiyaphila ngingakusiza ngithi ngihamba nobhuti wakho. Athi ubhuti wami athi ma abiza uma wakhe nangu sisi uthi uhamba nobhuti athi ulokhuzana umama mhlawumbe hamba nomalume wakho esidako akangene nami ngiqale ngizibuze ngokushuthi umalume la yena la ekhaya kushuthi umalume hayi ngihlale phansi athi uma uhamba nobani mangiqeda ngene angene ugayi angimazi ukuthi ngenkathi ethi ngikene ube kuphi yena ngaleso sikhathi because ungene after me yes ungene like ulandele mina wangena futhi wahlala la futhi bangamnaki umama nengane bangambukisha bangamnaki like bafocuse kimi angibuze kumama ukuthi kwaleti kangaka like usingakusiza ngani indaba right ngisho ukuthi ngi right bese ngithi kuye khuluma indaba manje kwabe kubuzwa kimi imibuzo ethi yena ngikhuluma kanjani manje ngoba phela ngiyakhuluma ngithi khuluma phela noma wakho ekuzwa ngibabona mangithi ngiyabuka umama nengane bayabukana bayahlehla like angathi imini silima ke manje bayahlehla babukana bo2 like ngizibuza ukuthi ngizalani athi yena ngeke baze bangibone futhi ngeke baze bengizwe
ngiqasho kanjalo
ngeke bangibone futhi ngeke beze bengizwe ngiqanga ngihlehlisa isihlalo yena nami sengiyamsaba manje ngithi mina yini ngobani athi uma ukhuluma nobani ngithi mina ngikhuluma no Thabiso athi uThabiso washona uThabiso umfana wami omdala washona kanjani washona nangu uThabiso like nami ngithukile kodwa futhi ngirelaxile ngiqonba la mhlawumbe la ekhaya bathanda ama jokes noma bayangiprank yabona into le because nangu uThabiso athi yena uThabiso washona and wangcwatshwa ngithi mina uThabiso hamba eJiwegoni athi na eJiwegoni ebaleni ngithi hayi le khona iJiwegoni esishiya ngaphandle nasi isikhiya sakhona athi yena isikhiya semoto yakhe sine photo like uyabona ama photo lawo enziwayo i-key holder le bese ufaka ithombe bese izoba nentambo eblue isikhiya semoto yakhe athi umama leso sikhiya uThabiso wayisifake kanjalo but since sisetshenziswa yimini imoto ngayikhipha ifoto yakhe ngayikhipha ne-key holder ngafake yami i-key holder usithatha wena leso sikhiya because isikhiya semoto singale kamereni ngisho ukuthi ngize noThabiso la bese ngithi kuThabiso letha la ifoni yakho khona uma wakho ezobona athi mayithu uzonginikeza ifoni izandla zakhe ziyasheka zehla igazi like ngathi kade sisikwa ngithi hayi ngeke noma ngiyahlanya mangithi ngiyabheka sezi right hayi ngiqale ngithi hayi kushuthi umina ohlanyayo hayi umina nje umina ohlanyayo la ngithi ngiyambuka futhi uThabiso right uyafuna ukunginikeza ifoni kodwa futhi ngesaba ukuyithatha because mayithi unginika ifoni izandla zakhe ziyasheka ngona ukusheka anginankinga nokusheka zigcwele igazi like angathi kade ishawa ecendwa
and uyalibona igazi litheka
ngiyalibona like ngiyalibona but mangike ngabheka le mase ngibuyela usezithe izandla mangithi ngiyazibheka sezinormal abuza uma wakho ukuthi kwenzakalani ngithi mina uThabiso ufike nami la ekhaya ethi uzongi-introduce sihlangane naye ngosuku oluwukuthi endaweni ukuthi drive iJiwegoni njoba ngisho ukuthi nasi isikhiya athiphi imoto ngithi mnila pha enzansi emgaqweni athi okay asiphume sekuyona mangiphuma imoto ayikho kodwa isikhiya sikimi
ubani isikhathi ngaso isikhathi
I think it was around 10 ebusuku isikhiya sikimi imoto ayikho hayi nami ngiqala ngibe frustrated ke manje ngisho ukuthi yazini ngcono ngivene ngihamba Thabiso ngicela ungahambi ngicela ungisize cela nje ungahambi cela ungisize mawuhamba ngiyakulanda ngihamba nawe angisengizwele phela notice box asayena umuntu sengesaba ke nami ngizohamba ngithini ezohamba nami ngibuze mina ngikusize ehlobo luni athi yena khuluma noma ngikhulume ngithini noma wakho because uma wakho uthi washona wena athi khuluma noma phela nje lapha athi khuluma noma ngimchazele kuma wakho ukuthi shuthi uThabiso Jobethi cela ngimsiza ngazi nami ngimsize ehlobo luni because it's not like ngiyinyanga noma ngiyisangoma noma kwenzakalani angazi athi yena uma wakhe ucela ukuthi ngihlise umoya ngihambe ngiyolala naye and then ekseni sovuka siyobona umthandazi enqabe qomba angizuya ke mina umthandazi Ukulala ukuhlala ngizohlala ngoba
sekulate vele.
Ngizohamba ngani ngizothini ngisesentini mina ngihlala eGlen Soweto.
Usesentini
Sesentini manje ngizothini like ngizoyenza njani?
Useyintweni.
Ngiba okay fine ngizohlala lapha embedeni kwanga kufike kwabuthongo kodwa ukemdeni ngamane kuthiwa ngimsiza ngithabise engilandela angihambi ngikhohlwa athi uma wakhona sizenza kanjani manje lento because seziyithuke manje ikhiya ilesi osiphethe wena esathabiso nalesi sami
and uyasibona isikhiya no mama literally
uthi yakhishwa yimina le khuzana
asibambe kanje
uyasibona like siyasebenza yayivula imoto le la ibaleni but ayisekho le besihamba ngayo kusho ukuthi le moto besihamba ngayo yakhe vele ithabiso but nayi la ibaleni isetshenziswa uma wakhe since yena esashona
ichiwe gone
ichiwe khona thabisi
ithank phela leyana ntwana
nje ngiyasho ukuthi nasi isikhiya sejiwe khona
wena wangakhohlwa ngesipoko udle la uzidlela imali ke usesentini ntwana
ngidla imali yasifaka
bayazidla imali zeyipoko bayazi
wait okay bayazidla imali zezipoko but uthabisa kanawo cash uthabisa ikhadi lakhe elimnyama enelikhuhlakile bengiyitshela ukuthi nje abantu besilisa abanqane kuyokwenza amakhadi enela thabisa ikhadi kuphelwa ngitshela kahle wathi mosebenza le card once likuthiwa kuthepha estore yeka ungabisathenga ngoba ngeke alina pin ngithi kanjani lithepha kuphela like uthabiso uyangibhora yazi because okay yazi
this guys kind of who's in there my spoke in my life so real and sitting next to you. Okay, sis. Now I want to understand this. Manuela Lipsu, noma kaThabiso. Uphi uThabiso ngaleso sikhathi?
Usesituleni and mangivuka like ngidinga amanzi ngitshela uma Thabiso ngipheleze ngekitchen ngiyophuza amanzi. Akekho uThabiso esituleni, mari phone ikhona. Ngithi mina nayi iphone yaThabiso, uthi yena kho phone la. Mina ngibona izinto abangaziboni. Yabo uthi mina okushuthi nami ngibonile lapho uthi
kuza something since vele kufike kule point ukuthi okay uThabiso ufuna uku-introduce kubo which means nidlulile endabeni eziningi ezabathandana nezinafika kuleyo stage nesipoko
asidlulanga asiyanga endabeni zamathandana asithintananga physically like nje kuba ukuthi nje angitshela futhi ukuthi angithanda Thabi akazangitshela
Man
ayazi nje asho ukuthi yebo nje njoba ngikumisile cha akashongo nje
uwe nje usithandela uThabiso
mina nje uthanda uThabiso
ayibo lento yangithusa guys please right at this moment please comment and tell us what you think nangu usithandela uThabiso. What do you think right at this moment? Please just comment on that issue. Now, Standasam, let us get to the issue of you now. How did it affect you now? You are the only guy that sees, you are the only person that sees the guy.
Yeah.
And you are the only person that can communicate with the guy. I remember of the stories at TV, I'm a ghost seers, you know. And to me, it's like in the terrified, man. And how did you feel about yourself being able to speak? And what do you think makes you to connect?
Yeah,
What is
it?
Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Ayikho nje futhi angifuni connecta nazo nje zidlalele kude nami. Angifune lutho, angifune uzwa lutho nje.
At this point, did you maybe think ukuthi maybe uThabiso maybe was trying to say something, or maybe because in most cases movie thina sibukela movie ghost makumele iye emuntwini ukuthi there's a message that that person is trying to pass or something.
Yes, kuThabiso there was a message because lento ngisho ngiyasho ukuthi yenzeke 20 something January. And then uma wakhe kushuthi wahamba eyobona umuntu then bamtshela ukuthi enze njani ngezinto zabo lezi abazenzayo. And then uma wakhe ngiyacommunicate naye efonini cause wangitshela ukuthi kufikile umuntu uThabiso kuthiwa ubethwetshuliwe ebenga like akashonanga uthwetshuliwe like uyasebenza kushuthi njobe enegazi ezandleni like umuntu osebenzayo vele Yeah. So since bemthwebulile uThabiso bahamba leyo traditional wathwathi. Ukhona uThabiso because ungibhalele ngoFebruary. I think bese qalile uFebruary. Wathi ukhona uThabiso uyaphila but umqondo uyahamba uphinda ubuye. Uhamba uphinda ubuye. And then ngey 21 February, ngey 20 kangisemgroveni. Ngey 21 ngafica miss call yakhe because ifoni ngangishiye endlini. Mangifica miss call yami ngaThabiso ngibuyele kuyena athi yena uThabiso ushonile. Ikhani eshona. Ube ngashonanga ngalesa sikhathi. Ube cha usehlukumeze kakhulu sekunzima ukuthi aphile because akafuni nokudla. Yabo mawuthi uyamphakela akakubhengisha ukubheka uyahamba uhlalela phandle ayigumbela umhlabathi.
Agubha umhlabathi.
Like kushuthi iyona into abephila ngokuyidla leyo. Ube ngasawuyena umuntu nangona sebemnyangile bamenza lezo zinto zemithi traditional but ube ngasawuyena umuntu lo ukuthi like uze wazishonela kuphelanga ngisho inyanga eshona like rest in peace.
So buza futhi wena awusoli maybe ukuthi abantu basesentini because siyaganga sometimes life miserable ukuthi izinto zibe sharp ukuthi maybe that family
mhlambe bethwele ngayo.
Yeah, ukuthi knew ukuthi nayi yabo. And secondly, as a social media person, did you try to at least like look him up wabona ku social media because since in this day and age like almost everyone, I mean nabo mama bethu abogogo bethu banama socials or Facebook, did you try to at least research about him a little bit, you know, Thabiso yabona and stuff like that?
Angaze kahlahle bengisebenza ekuthenini ngimkhiphe emqondweni ukusearcha ku social media kuzongenzela ukuthi like ngilokho ngimbheka ukuthi ngempela like angifuni leyo nto like ngifuna aphume nje like kuphume kungabikho lutho ethi Thabiso kimi because I don't like it indaba yezibhoki nje.
How was Umaga Thabiso? Did you suspect anything or was she shocked magos ukuthi ukhuluma na okuyinto ukuthi how uyabona khona lento lokuthi
like first time bathuka angifuni ukamba babethukile nomfana babukana emehlweni bahlehla babonisa ukuthi siyesaba nanga ugel ufike ebusuku number 1 number 2 ukhuluma nomuntu esingamboni uthuze ukuhamba noThabiso uThabiso washona like kwanginika lokho ukuthi cause like ube emotionally every time nama voice note angisendela wona ubekhala engibuza ukuthi ube njani nje uThabiso ubexoxa ube like ube umuntu ocommunicate kanjani bengibuza yonke lo mibuzo ukuthi right ube right yini bekwenzakalani yabo since ni kwi relationship bekwenzakalani ubekhuluma ngani kanti uThabiso ube ngayena nomuntu ogxile exoxeni nje ube venathi khululeka anyamalala bese ebuya ntambama ezilale ezela
athi khululeka vela
anyamalala.
Yeah.
Bro, quick question. So, ikhona into abakwenze ifamily maybe ukugeza or something.
Angifune lutho. Ngizozigezela myself. Angifune lutho ngizongihlanganisa nalomndeni noThabiso. Angifuni nje right.
Kana wena ungithoni ngithi kusesentini lapha yana akuse protein lapha yana kusesentini
angifuni abo nje angifuni
ethiwe kona.
So buza before no friend since le G-Wagon, what do you think ukuthi wena ufike kanjani lapha since G-Wagon bengekho like
shutho yena shutho ngikokela noma sambe ngalento ahamba ngayo mayonza lezi ntangazi
mamela music bezikhipha la wabona now
uThabiso akawufuna umsindo uThabiso awufuna umsindo Thabiso angeke uze ngibamele umsindo thule nje kuhamba imoto kuphela
akuyali nendaba eradweni
kuthule ngoba nefoni nami noma mhlambi ikhala kade sixoxa nje bese iyakhala imemeza uyathuka sengaze ngathi okay ngifake silent for iPC yakhe kushuthi akawuthandi vele umsindo.
Mara niyabona ukuthanda izinto sometimes.
Akusibona ukuthanda iziphi izinto esizithanda eThabiso ngolili Thabiso.
Yeah.
Iphinto esithandile.
G-Wagon.
Yabona ethiwe kona. Now this to me I do not want to instill any sense of fear kuwe. But I truly want to know, how did this work on your mentality? How did it, until to date, because sikhuluma ngento kaJanuary. February uqeda kuphela izolo. Seku-March. Now, how are you coping and what sense are you bringing to yonke lento kaThabiso? Do you feel this question I ask myself, do you feel like you sort of like the chosen one to ubona uThabiso? Is it a coincidence or unesiphiwo esithile? What do you think about all this thing?
Angazi ngicabangeni kona ngenzeka ukuthi mhlambe khona isiphiwo esithile mina engakasi reveal like engakasazi ukuthi I have this yabo because baningi abantu abasestradini vele abafana choose but baningi abantu abadlula uThabiso yonke le noma ngabe kuthiwa washona nini bakhona abantu because mina ngiqale manje uzohlala eGlen so why esuka eze kimi like kunalokho vele ukuthi why ethi ufuna ukusizwa yimina why ene lo muntu lo akatholakala emini kusho mina uyasebenza la bebemthebule khona bamsebenzisa because thevela akafuna into emphazamisayo kusho bayamsebenzisa so yonke le nto masibuye kusho ukuthi angazi kwenzalani uyabo nje into yaThabiso angiyifuni iyangicika iyangikhathaza nje futhi kodwa sengi right
so right man.
Yeah.
And Tati Maqhupe, yes Frezo.
Yeah, sesame ubuza manje let's say bona umuntu ufikayo mhlawumbe ngithandaza mhlawumbe why azotshela ukuthi umesi soba umprofeti bese kwenzeka ukuthi ngibe kusasa wakhona ibe nomuntu wakini engicabanga washona kanti awashonanga ungenza njani kuleyo position
washona kanti akashonanga
washona nazibona ngicwa umuntu bese nakuseni bathi bambone kuphi bahamba ngemoto so ngenze njani njalo
obvious uthe nginesiphiwa ngithi it's gonna be easy for me ukuthi like ngikwazi ukumsiza naye lo but according to mentality yami ne-experience lo muntu akashonanga but uzohlala noma 2 weeks noma 3 weeks nyana bese eshona kwangempela because like umzimba wakhe nengqondo yakhe usazaba uyena ukuthi ubuyile body like siyabona umzimba ukuthi ubuyile but ngeke asaba umuntu like ophilayo njenganawe a human being like uyaphila uyaphefumula vele like uzobuyela but not ukuthi kuzoba umuntu usezaphila uzoshona kabusha.
Yazi mina ngibuzela because angithi ezinye izinto kumele sistope icycle ukuthi niqhubeke efamily banithula nonke so ukuthi so ngitshela ukuthi ungayivuma leyo calling.
Yeah, I can.
Manje why mabakutshela ngoThabiso ungacabangeli
because uThabiso is not my family number 1 number 2 uThabiso like angazi akashonga ukuthi ufuna usizo kanjani futhi akangichazanga ukuthi kuumuntu okanjani ukuthi ngize kuwe because mhlamba abantu abadala abasekhaya bangibonise wena noma ngize kuwe ngoba ngibona ukuthi akashongo lutho futhi nanoma kubani mhlamba obukela uzobona le video bese zekima athi unesiphiwo go to hell mina isiphiwo sami ngizosireveala mina self laba abantu bayathanda ukusebenzisa izinto zabantu ukuthi okay since sesibonile ukuthi uyakwazi ukwenza ukuthi sizokwazi ukuthwebisa ukuthi sithathe sithwebe into bagangile inyanga nozanga ngiyaxolisa ukusho but nje khona abantu abangekho right angifuni ngisho ngathi uyafisa ukuthi uze kimi cha ungezi angifuni kuzoyifika leso sikhathi sokuthi ngiyibonele mina cha ukuthi wena uzungitshela lutho.
You know what you're saying, it's very interesting. With people, because we've been watched by thousands of people. People. It can come across whereby one can take advantage.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, afuna ukusebenzisa mina ukufulfilla ama-dreams wakhe. Because yena uyinyanga yomgunyathi or uyisangoma somgunyathi. So usebenzisa abanye abantu so nje ngisho ngathi uyayibona le video ungafisi noma ungahalela ukuthi uzama ukungifuna noma ukungicontact ukuthi ngiyazi ngibone cha. Awungibonanga ngisaqala usuzwile ngoba sesichazile kodwa nje akho lutho right. Angifuni nje lutho right nje akubhlungu ndawo futhi nje right.
So Stano sami ngicela ungitsheleke. Now this I know most of our viewers, there'll be people who will find it very extremely difficult to believe into enjengale ukuthi enhle uyabona maku in a state where there's confusion, where there's disbelief, you must know ukuthi that you have captured someone's thoughts.
Yeah.
You know? So with me saying this is, to you, remember you grew up, abubhuti bahlezi bantshela into ekanje, isipoki sangibamba, isipoki sangishaya ngempama. Is it a psychological thing to you, or ngempela mawubhekisisa uyicabanga ukuthi this thing is real and it happened? Which is which to you? Is it a real thing, or is it the state of your mind usakhula utshelwa ngeyipoki nananana? Do you think, where do you align it to?
Since bengichazile ekuqaleni ukuthi mina iyipoki engangiyitshela ukuthi iyipoki mabe ngichazele isipoki ukuthi umoya akusoyinto ebonakalayo.
Yes.
Thola ukuthi yakushaya lonto noma namabhayisikobho sike siwabuka uthola ukuthi akuveli umuntu kodwa uyazi ukuthi kuyizitsha na kuwamabhodwe nani mina umqondo wami until ngize kuze kwenzeke lento le kimi ubuzitshela ukuthi ispoke again umuntu ophilayo ophefumulayo ongimbonayo okwazi ukwenza izinto umuntu owumoya ispoke until mina ngizibonela ukuthi no yonke lento iyaphila.
Thabiso uyaphila.
Uthabiso uphilile Thabiso. Philile Thabiso. Yabo nje uThabiso uye waphila.
Angaze nanginabuzana.
Physical touch angaze ngise ngimbambise isandla.
Mara inhliziyo uyamthanda.
Ngiyamthanda Thabiso kuvene kwaba nalento ethiwa ukuthi yazi Thabiso like uThabiso uyena uguy uNkulunkulu angilethele yena. Shothi nje uNkulunkulu ngiyabonga ukuthi ungilethe kanti cha. Thabiso nje uzofeza isifiso zakhe.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Thabiso ngiyamvuma umfowethu la khona. Uyenzile into yakhe.
Enye ijimo engakushela la istadeni ongayivuma.
Uyabo manje ngisaba kwamfana kwanana ngenthembi
Usho ukuthi uhleli unoThabiso namanje.
Angithembi uyabo nje into ethi umuntu esilisa nje mhlawumbe isongo ngithathe ke angithembi
Manje akanamoto musu ubafu.
Umuntu ufika ngendlela ezihlukene ngathi ispoke kanti uyawalk.
So manje awubona njengoba uthi awusabathemba abafana and stuff. Shukuthi mentally like traumatized.
Angifuna ama joke aside like bengizitshela ukuthi uyena umuntu oright like ufikile because indlela engivene ngareacta ngayo eqaleni but manje sengiyabona ukuthi no yazini when time is right kushuthi kuyozenzakalela but okwamanje ke right
Counseling yona.
hayi cha angifune lutho uyabona nje ntoza lokho ethi go easy on yourself angifuni ke right.
Manje in terms of your family, did you let them know ukuthi yazini ngivelelwe ibhadeli ngaka kusona sona
Cha.
Awatshena
zoba first time baza
mabethanda bazokwazi mabengathandi ba right.
hayi bazowazi sis bazowazi. Maybe
It's fine ayikho into ngokuthi bazi. Like it's not easy ukukhuluma nge-boyfriend like ifamily yakho siyazini ngithole umuntu kata so like yabo into enzenzayo vele egoli abazali ileyo nto vele into oyele egoli iziphoki
so famous then how you join the pocket
So Manje, you know, at this present moment, I want to find the state of your mind. Umqondo wakho ukuthi okay, so you said to Thabiso eventually he ended up dying.
Yes, ushonile like ushonile kwangempela uthi uyangcwatshwa nangomzimba wakhe.
When was this?
21 February. Njoba ngisho ukuthi nge-20 ngithola i-call ngangayizwa. Ngabuyela kuyena nge-21 uma wakhe.
Wa confirm.
Yes.
How do they confirm? How do they know ukuthi eventually?
Nangwa ngithi manje ulashiwe wahlala like embedeni boma 2 weeks 3 weeks nyana from 21 January
Bamlandile
to this
somewhere.
particular time. Hayi ukuthi bamlandile somewhere umuntu ngisho umuntu lo since mina ngikwazile ukuthi wena khonto understand la since mina ngikwazile uThabiso ngithe eqaleni uThabiso akangenanga eminyango kuqale mina yena waselandela mina of which kushuthi ubevele efika kubo but ubengakhona ungena. Kusho ukuthi since mina ngikwazile ukuthi ngingene kushuthi ngeke ngamvulela ukuthi angene. So uThabiso bakwaze ukumsiza cause ukhona phakathi endlini. Akasekho estradini like uyantanda ukuthi uyafika la eJardini akakwazi ukungena eminyango uvalelekile. Immediately ngena mina eminyango kushuthi ngingakwazi ukuthi ngimvulele engene. Yes. Shuthi thina ngangazile ukuthi ngimngenise ekhaya.
How do you make sense of him lapha eroomini? Uyolala next door kumngani wakho ukuthi mawuvuke ekseni ngo7 akekho.
Kube normal like ngitshela ukuthi shuthi uphume ngewindi ngoba encane ukuthi angiphazamisa ngilele nani
yabo. But you find everything intact the way ngathi.
Umqondo amazange ube lapho ukuthi
lo red flags ukuthi isigibe ngamshow ngijiwe ke ubuyele fast.
Uyangiyanyisa yabo plus ngikathi ngithi ngiyamfonela ngimthole nqomba lo uyangicela. Kodwa futhi mase ibuyela kimi akukho lokho ukuthi ngithi ungijwayela kabi yabo ubuya vele senginormal angathi akaze kwenzeke lutho.
So yeah, Maqhupe.
So since the situation do you ever get moments where you feel like whatever you're experiencing in the moment right now might not be real?
Because it got them poop.
Yeah, like let's say like njengamanje ukhuluma noHadeli bani.
Yeah.
Isanokuvuka lento ukuthi what if
it's not real?
The host lemkhuluma nayo ayikho. What if angikho ku podcasting, or do you ever get feelings like that?
Yeah, ngibe nakho lokuthi ayi mhlambe njoba ngisho ukuthi mhlambe mina onganangqondo bengilokho nginalokho ukuthi hayi man come on shothi mina la umuntu ongathathi kahle la ekhanda shothi mina ngiya imagine yonke into but ngiphinde ngizibuza ukuthi ngimagine kanjani because like ngiziphumele saluni ngilukile ngiright ngihlangana nomuntu la it doesn't make sense because the hairstyle engangihlangane nayo iyona le noma ngathiwa ngangiphupha ke kanjani kodwa it doesn't make sense.
So last question on my side. So lezi izihlaza uzivakashele nakancane nje.
Eziplace?
Exam. Nakancane next.
Lutho.
No, nothing, no drinking, nothing. Oh, okay.
So your state of mind now is at this moment. Iphelele and yonke into it's indaba kaThabiso uthe mayiqeda ukungcwatsha nge20.
Yabo mina tikutshela.
Yeah.
After indaba kaThabiso njoba ngisho ukuthi ngiqale ke grooving after indaba kaThabiso. Ngibona ukuthi ngeke angizidingi nje ngi alone.
Yeah.
Ngidinga something.
So yashuta ke kuzihlangane nesimo.
So are you grooving a lot now?
No, I'm not grooving. Like it was into yangalesa sikhathi.
Oh.
Like since ngadlula ke sengidlulile manje because bengeke ngize ngikwazi ukuxoxa ngaso kuyinto like ngisabambelele kuyona.
Okay, because to me that was the most important thing with right now. As I'm speaking to you, hence Trevor was asking Guti, do you feel this whole thing it's real?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's very important, Guti, your health and your wellness. It needs to be intact. It's very important. So you living here with that conviction and giving our viewers that conviction. No, Sipho, I've overcome that.
Futhi nje bengakwazi ukucopa like bengakwazi ukulala ngaphuzanga bengathi nje ngathi utshwala noma iglass eyi1 nje 1 gig because vele bengajwayela utshwala bishe beveni sheshe nje kwa glass 11 kenze ukuthi ngizokwazi ukulala like peacefully.
But was he coming in dreams? He wasn't coming.
No.
Okay.
Not even one dream. Like ubengafike ephupheni like ngilele ubefika like physical.
Mangabe unayo ngaleso sikhathi.
Yeah, mangabe nginayo ngaleso sikhathi. Yeah.
Much better. No, I stand with some sizwile indaba. Guys, don't forget at home. Please let us know what you're thinking. And if you've experienced the same thing, please let us know how was your experience. Because from where I'm sitting, I khulunyiwa ngeyibhoke. I remember lapha eKaSlam eThokoza Park but khona besivuka ekseni sigqoka ihoodie mara kunanyawo but siyajoga ekseni yabo ngabona lento ukuthi ngifuna ukusibona mara kwesithu ngathi angisafuni ukusibona ngoba ngizosithola ngisenkingeni. So now I believe why bengasafuni ukusibona. Sonke podcast etawubonisa siboko. We'll show you ghost. And that's what I'm saying about. Thank you so much for coming. Bafethu, please don't forget, show us love by commenting, liking, supporting us. We really, really appreciate it. We love you so much, and we know that you love us. Bafethu, don't forget, Soweto Podcast rock. Ipoko lezi zizohlala phansi sizitshela kodwa wona bhuti niqala uhlalela onganenzeli msindo. Alright bafowethu, siyabonga. Lesikalebala Jesu loves Soweto and uhlala la. Love you so much guys. We are Soweto Podcast. Siyaroka. Ngiyabonga sithando sami. Thank you so much. But are you sure you